After exploring the first half of their MO project, Zahria and Carlie became curious to see how this was implemented in real life at a Hilton location near us. So they took a trip to the DoubleTree Hilton together and went in to find out themselves. There, they interviewed 4 people: Dilip, Mimi, Maddie, and Sandy. Their first stop is with Dilip, the CEO of DoubleTree Hilton in Dearborn.
Philip, thank you for joining us. This has been a question that we've been wondering since the start of our project for this class. Is it true that you and your employees use Hilton University?
Thank you for having me. Absolutely. We use it heavily here at this Hilton franchise. Hilton University is our biggest source for training our people, and the best part about Hilton University is that it gives us a comprehensive overview of how to run a hotel and every position within. This ranges anywhere from accounting to HR to sales and marketing to food and beverage and even engineering. What's also great about Hilton U is that it offers continuing education courses, so learning never ends for our employees.
On a more personal note, what are some ways that you take care of your employees?
Well, it's all up to us to make sure we take care of our employees, which carries over to taking care of our guests, like I said before. We offer up to $4,000 in scholarships to our employees and even for their family members. If you want to learn, we'll help you get there and obtain the higher education you deserve. On top of that, we have incentive programs for housekeeping and offer a luncheon once a month to celebrate their hard work too. Because without a clean hotel, we wouldn't expect our guests to come back. So it's important we recognize them too. Also, we offer daily lunches to our employees, sick leave, and even sign them up for the honors program that allows them to stay at any Hilton hotel for $45 per night.
Well, that's all of the questions we have for you today. Thank you so much, Dilip, for your time.
With Dilip's perspective fresh in mind, they moved on to talk to the second contact at the DoubleTree Hilton, Mimi, the sales and catering manager of the establishment.
Are the individual places actually supporting things that, like, do the employees actually feel supported to do their best work, or are they just feeling like a cog in the machine? Or
Well, that goes as to your supervisors.
Mhm.
It starts up here and it drains down.
Mhm.
And that's in every business. If the supervisors don't push that momentum into the associates, they're going to feel like that cog in the wheel.
Right.
You know, great job. Hey, let's do it this way next time. If you don't get that and you keep getting, you didn't clean the room right, you didn't do this right, you didn't do that right, it's like, okay, enough. I'm done. I can't do it right, apparently. And that's in any job. If somebody doesn't give you that push or that go get them, what? They're going to work.
Finally, after the interview with Mimi, they made one last stop to speak with Sandy and Maddie. Sandy is the HR director, while Maddie is the director of finance at the DoubleTree Dearborn. Because the hotel underwent a transition from Holiday Inn to DoubleTree, it will offer perspective on how they manage change.
So you were here before, and then it went through the change. How did you manage the change of, like, making people feel like everything is going to be okay and all right, and, like, did you have to deal with any of that?
Yeah, we were lucky because the management company, before Dilip purchased the hotel in 2013, did a lot of trainings. We did a lot of role playing, and they knew that company was staying put, so they weren't as freaked out, that they were going to lose their jobs. And we made it fun. I think the training, it was like we were reinventing ourselves and giving ourselves a big makeover. So that's the approach we took. We had grooming classes for the associates. We had, because they were getting new uniforms. We were getting, we did a little skit when we did orientation. We put everybody through orientation again.
Okay.
So they kind of had to interview for their jobs, not that they weren't going to get their jobs, but to build back that excitement into because there were different standards. There were higher standards for Hilton for sure from Holiday Inn. But we made it a fun atmosphere, and that's the most important thing to make.
Like Sandy said, he retained all the employees. Because usually when a takeover, slightly different from like in the corporate world.
He retained our seniority in terms of benefits with the company. So if you had been here 20 years, you would get 20 years of vacation with him right off the bat. He retained our health care benefits, and he was just very, very assuring, kind of like very calming kind of effect on the crowd. So.
After a long day of interviewing 4 different people, they headed home with more knowledge than ever before about how the DoubleTree Hilton in Dearborn operates behind the scenes. Now they are ready to prepare for the upcoming MO 415 presentation.